Hi, Dr. Eriksen. Could you show us around your office?
Sure, my pleasure. All right, so where to start? Where to start? Probably a place to start is I think my journey to academia. I had worked at Ford Motor Company as a financial analyst. Hated the job every day. Seemed to take forever. Was trying to figure out what I wanted to do with my life. Started taking engineering classes, and also was rowing at the time. But I somehow intuitively decided I wanted to be a professor. I bet someone $1 that I was leaving. They're like, there's no way you're leaving. You know, it's too good here. And I couldn't stand it. I couldn't believe people actually enjoyed it. So I bet them $1, and I crossed off every single day in that month till I left to go get my Ph.D. and also row in the summer. So I was a competitive rower at the time. And so that's $1. And that's kind of the frame and the kind of the inspiration for leaving. And then I think that led to getting a silver medal at the national championships in rowing, which I have this on the wall, which has become a big part of my life again. They recruited me back. So I've been obsessive with it for 6 years. My students will tell you I talk about it all the time. So my most special moments as a teacher actually go even, I love being in the classroom and working with students, but then there's also those few special that you go beyond the classroom and develop really close relationships with. And actually my first experience was with coaching rowing at URI when I was a PhD student. It was such a great season. We really focused on them as human beings developing. And they gave me this little picture with a quote. And then the same thing when I was at the Coast Guard Academy, I had this assignment called Leadership Conundrum. And the female cadets consistently wrote about their challenges with being leaders as females in the Coast Guard Academy. So we ended up doing independent studies. We wrote academic papers. We presented at conferences together. So that was really powerful, seeing them grow, develop, and understand themselves. And I've done a number of these independent studies at Providence College, from anxiety to peak performance with Emily Sisson. This semester, I'm working with some students on coaching, and they're coming into the Management 101 course and coaching the students there and being a pair of helping hands with us, Grace Kresser and Emma Torella. So really appreciative of them. It's just great to watch them keep growing and go to the next level. So I'd be remiss not to talk about my two daughters and also my wife, who's a chemistry teacher at high school, crushing it there. But for my daughters, I have my younger one is a bit of an artist. She's applying for school now, either architecture or chemical engineering. So I have some of her pictures here that she drew. And then my older daughter actually took a class here in Greek, and she's studying now archaeology and classics. But she left me a little note that's special to me that said she was here one day, so I keep that. And then I have my favorite picture of her in preschool, which will probably kill me for showing this, but it's her first day of school ever. And she's actually standing a little bit like me with a leg, so one of my favorite pictures. Okay, one of the questions usually people ask is about my bow ties. I keep them here underneath my desk. Just joking. I brought them in for this video here. So people ask me how many. It seems like 100 here. But I try to get colorful ones. Students seem to like them. It makes them smile. So I have all different kinds, and one that's even wooden. But some given as gifts from students, which hold a special place in my heart. But other than that, just try to mix them up with bright colors. So obviously there's a few books laying around here. I'm very passionate about different ideas. And most fundamentally, I'm just trying to understand what it means to be human in a body, in an emergent reality that we're part of. So I'm reading all different areas, from psychology to philosophy to sociology, anything that will help me in that endeavor. And then having learning about certain understandings and then bringing those to the classrooms.